Welcome to the Champion's Corner, where sales training meets the mindset of a champion. I'm Kelley-McLean, former Canadian champion, world bronze medalist, and your coach in the world of sales. I took the discipline, focus, and resilience from boxing and brought it into business. Here, we turn sales pros into sales champions with real tactics and winning mindsets. So lace up, keep your guard up, and let's get to work. You're in the Champion's Corner.
Hello everybody, Kelley-McLean here. Welcome back to 12 Rounds TS. Today we're going to be in round 8, titled Working the Body. You know, when it comes to boxing, almost everybody watches the knockout punch. But you know, most knockouts start with body shots nobody paid attention to early in the fight. Today we're talking about something that separates experienced sales professionals from emotional amateurs, working the body. Now in boxing, casual fans love headshots. They love flashy knockouts, they love explosive moments. But old school fighters and great trainers, they understand something deeper. A great body attack changes the entire fight. It slows the opponent down, it breaks their rhythm, it takes away confidence, drains energy, forces mistakes later in the fight. And in sales, the exact same thing happens. Because championships in sales are rarely won from one giant moment. They're usually won through consistent pressure, small wins, trust building, follow-up, discipline, and patience. That's working the body. You know, a boxing truth, in boxing, body punching is one of the most disciplined skills in the sport. And you're probably saying to yourself, why? Because body shots don't always get immediate rewards, okay? You can land a beautiful hook to the head, to the ribs in round 2, and nothing visibly happens. The opponent smiles, crowd barely reacts. Maybe commentators don't even mention it. But by round 7, now the opponent's hands start dropping, their movement slows, their breathing changes, their confidence fades. That's because body work is cumulative, and that is very important. Body punching requires maturity. Young fighters often headhunt because they want quick results. Experienced fighters understand delayed payoff. They know investment now creates opportunity later. That's why great fighters like Mike Tyson, Julio Cesar Chavez, Canelo Alvarez were devastating body punchers. They understood pressure over time, not emotional pressure, not reckless aggression, but calculated, patient, intelligent pressure. So let's do a sales transition here. Most struggling salespeople are obsessed with headshots. So meaning, closing immediately, they're pitching too early, looking for instant results, they're trying to overpower their clients, chasing quick commissions. But elite sales professionals, they work the body first. They build trust, they create consistency, they ask smart questions, they follow up professionally, they educate calmly, and they become reliable. Every one of those actions is a body shot. And individually, they may not seem dramatic, but over time, they completely wear down resistance. Here's the truth most people miss. In sales, clients usually don't buy because of one magical presentation. They buy because over time you made them feel comfortable, understood, confident, safe, and certain. That's body work. One thing boxing taught me is patience under pressure. There are fights where you want to knock the guy out immediately. You feel strong, you feel emotional, you want to force something. But experienced fighters learn this. Forcing knockouts usually gets you hurt. And salespeople do this constantly. They rush proposals, they rush pricing discussions, they rush closing attempts. And then what happens? They lose positioning, they lose trust, they lose leverage. Sometimes the best thing you can do in both boxing and sales is stay disciplined enough to keep touching the body, okay? Small, consistent impacts. Doesn't have to be sexy, not flashy or even effective, but eventually the opening appears naturally. So let's look at a real sales scenario. Let's say 2 salespeople are chasing the same large account. So salesperson number 1, he pushes hard immediately, talks too much, pressures the client, is aggressively asks for the close. Salesperson number 2 learns the business, asks better questions, follows up consistently, shares insights, remembers details, builds relationships with multiple stakeholders, stays calm and professional. So at first, maybe salesperson number 1 looks more aggressive, maybe even more impressive, but 6 months later, who usually wins? The person who worked the body. Because large decisions are emotional before they're logical. Trust accumulates, confidence accumulates, credibility accumulates, just like body shots, they accumulate. Here's the deeper championship lesson. Working the body is about long-term thinking. Weak professionals need immediate validation. Strong professionals understand delayed rewards. And this applies to leadership, relationships, parenting, coaching, business, and life itself. You don't build championship outcomes overnight. You build them through accumulated discipline. One conversation, one follow-up, one workout, one preparation session, one honest interaction at a time. That's body work. We're going to go for a championship close here. In boxing, body shots take something away from your opponent. In sales, body work adds something to you. It adds trust, adds credibility, adds positioning, adds confidence in the client relationship. And eventually, the opportunity opens. The lesson of round 8 is this. Don't fall in love with quick knockouts. Fall in love with consistent pressure. Because championships in boxing and in sales are usually won long before the final punch lands. This is 12 Rounds TS. And remember, the professionals work the body, the amateurs chase the head. Thank you for listening.
That's it for this round of the Champions Corner. If you're serious about leveling up, head over to markkelley-mclean.com and join my free VIP club. You'll get access to knockout sales strategies in every new podcast episode. While you're there, sign up for my sales training program or book me to lead a seminar for your team. I'm Mark Kelley-McLean. Stay sharp, stay hungry, and I'll see you in the next episode.